everybody. Welcome to the Rose Room. I am your host, Sienna Cole, and I'm all about positivity and putting you on your path of purpose as well as myself through the experiences, wisdom, and mistakes. Today's topic is trauma/abandonment issues. Today we will explore what types of trauma can cause abandonment issues and what abandonment issues are, and the science. First, I want to define what abandonment issues are. The definition of abandonment issues are a form of anxiety that occurs when an individual has a strong fear of losing loved ones. They may exhibit symptoms such as codependency, clinginess, or manipulative behavior. Again, the definition of abandonment issues are a form of anxiety that occurs when an individual has a strong fear of losing loved ones. They may exhibit symptoms such as codependency, clinginess, or manipulative behavior. In simpler terms, an individual or person that had experienced a certain trauma in their life that caused difficulties maintaining family relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, and work relationships due to trauma such as abuse of any kind, but to name a few, mental, emotional, physical, sexual, and narcissistic abuse, cheating and betrayal, death, hardships in a hard upbringing in childhood, being the black sheep, being misunderstood, bullied constantly, judged or criticized. It could cause a person to feel like a burden, like they don't have anyone, or like they're going to be left behind and won't have anyone and feel lonely. So with those thoughts and feelings, a person with abandonment issues may present behavior of overcompensating, trying to do more to keep a person around, extra friendliness, always want to be around a certain person or people they feel that they can't live without, or simply can't get through the day or function properly without being dependent or having someone in their presence that gives them a sense of calmness, peace, or fit a certain need, which is referred to as codependency. The definition of codependency is an emotion and behavior condition that affects an individual's ability to have a healthy, mutually satisfying relationship, also known as relationship addiction. Again, codependency is an emotion and behavioral condition that affects an individual's ability to have a healthy, mutually satisfying relationship, also known as relationship addiction. Another behavior an individual may present from abandonment issues is clinginess. A person may stick close to you, never wanting to leave your side, has to be around you every moment, or out the blue pop up and cling to your side. The definition of clinginess is an act of resisting separation by holding tight or grasping onto something. The definition of clinginess is a resisting and separation by holding tight or grasping onto something. Now, the last behavior I'm going to present is manipulative behavior. The definition of manipulation is when a person uses controlling and harmful behavior to avoid responsibility and conceal their true intentions or cause doubt and confusion. Again, manipulative behavior is defined as when a person uses controlling and harmful behavior to avoid responsibility and conceal their true intentions or cause doubt and confusion. Now, with all that being said, I will tell you my experiences with abandonment issues, what caused it for me, what I was doing, what type of behavior I was displaying, other people that didn't understand or even knew what was going on in my world, in my mind, and how it was affecting me and the people around me because of my own trauma and also because of other people's trauma and projection onto me. That's all a domino effect to everybody, because we all react and project and express our pain in different ways that can cause deeper issues within self and relationships with others. So for me, your host, Sierra Nicole, growing up, I was always the black sheep. Got negative attention for being skinny, the thin girl, and was being teased for it, bullied for it, and was the target. I've always had a hard time fitting in with people, which led to not having very many friends and made bad choices in selecting friends. So I always felt isolated or like I couldn't relate to people my age, which made me feel alone and misunderstood. I had a close relationship with my father, though I couldn't always share everything with him, but that was my best friend. And he got killed in a motorcycle accident when I was 14 years old, going into the ninth grade, first year of high school. And I had never lost someone so close to me like that before. I saw his mangled body and the injuries, very, very graphic, which I developed PTSD from, major depressive disorder. I got into boys in high school and got my very first boyfriend in ninth grade. And I dated him on and off throughout my 4 years of high school, and I wouldn't let him go. I looked at him as my protector, my best friend, and the person I thought that I would marry. I felt like I was trying to find my father in him. I had got pregnant my junior year of high school and gave birth to my son. And I was always getting cheated on by him. He had babies by other girls around the same time. I had got pregnant from him, and they terminated their pregnancies. But I was still humiliated. It was toxic, and I felt like I needed someone and like I didn't have nobody. After I got out that relationship, I sat in relationships for like 3 years. Then I will move on to the next man, and then for another 3 years, I will move on to the other, and so forth. I realized I measured my worth on how a man treated me, and if he was faithful and treated me with the utmost respect, and they didn't. So I felt unworthy and blamed myself and wasn't being good to myself. And at just 19 years old, I moved out on my own with a toddler, my son. And at that time, a little after I moved on my own, I was in a physically abusive relationship, a toxic relationship of multiple betrayals. And then going into my 20s at 24, I met a man and I thought that he was the one and someone who I was going to marry. And I had my second child with him, and he betrayed me in the worst ways. And I had to leave that situation. And then I was left to be a single parent again of 2. And so you see, my traumas caused me to have abandonment issues, always feeling like everyone leaves my life. My dad passed away. I had my first boyfriend. He always cheated on me. I had my first child with him. And then I got into my second relationship where I was getting physically abusive, getting cheated on. And then I got into my third relationship and thought he was the one and had a kid by him. And then he left me for someone else again. So I felt like everyone was leaving my life. I didn't have anybody to turn to or had anyone to have my back. I didn't have loyal family or friends I felt I could just sit and speak to and trust. And so I always had to pick myself up and be strong and move forward the best ways I knew how. And that's a very hard thing to do when you're suffering from many mental disorders like PTSD, major depressive disorder, ADD, and just going through single motherhood with 2 kids on my own with much support from my mother that I'm thankful for. So when you're moving around in this world, be kind, even if people you feel don't deserve your kindness. for you not know of their struggles. You can get past abandonment issues and learn how to trust others and yourself. And you are not your trauma. You are not your trauma. But you have to make the decision to heal and to do the work and to go to therapy and trust people. And if they betray your trust, it's not you, it's them and their own problems, not yours or a burden you should carry. But still protect yourself, stand up for yourself, and use your intuition and your inner wisdom. When you feel abandoned, seek self-care, seek solitude, have gratitude, and seek God and your ancestors to guide you. Rest and vibrate your energy beautifully and share your story. And share your story to help the next person. And I hope that you gain some knowledge and wisdom and getting on your path of purpose. And feel free to like, share, subscribe your story in the comment. Subscribe and share your story in the comments. I am your host here, Nicole, sending love and light. Until next time, thank you.